SABC interim board wants to take the Special Investigating Unit report on the SABC security contract on review and to have it set aside. The report has found that the interim board failed to act in the best interests of the SABC when they awarded the contract to Mafoko. The interim board's legal representative, Tebogo Malatji, says that the SIU report is factually incorrect.
Court says the awarding of the 185 million rand tender to Mafoko was flawed and that the interim board failed to act in the best interest of the SABC. It's alleged Mafoko was awarded the contract despite it being ranked second in a bidding process. Mjayeli should have been preferred bidder, but the board decided to award the tender to Mafoko. Lawyer for the SABC interim board says that his clients had an indication that there could have been interference with the scoring.
Must of necessity, because of the intentions of the SIU to declare them delinquent, must of necessity intervene in those proceedings and must of necessity apply for a review and setting aside of this SIU report. We believe it is factually incorrect. In fact, it doesn't have a factual basis for the conclusions that it has reached.
The SIU report found that the bid evaluation committee was irregularly constituted, that there was financial misconduct, and that the board and the SABC officials contravened the Public Finance Management Act. The SIU seeks to have the contract between SABC and Mafoko set aside and the tender sent for reconsideration by the SABC. It also wants an order to recover monies that have been lost due to this irregular contract. It has referred the criminal case to the National Prosecuting Authority against the members of the interim board. It recommends a disciplinary action against the former acting CFO, and it wants the interim board members declared delinquent once civil proceedings are finalized. Mafoko Security Patrol says the findings do not implicate them in any wrongdoing. The company says they will challenge the recommendations to set aside their contract.
This is a matter that is before the courts and it's a matter that is sub judice, and we should give the law a process to run so that we can not preempt and say what if it is set aside. If they are going to say they want to set it aside, we have a legal process that is underway already where we are hoping that we are going to challenge that setting aside of our contract.
The matter is pending at the High Court, delayed by the SABC's alleged refusal to release the record of decisions taken and reasons in the awarding of the tender to Mafoko. The SABC board says it will support the application by the SIU to have the contract with Mafoko Security Patrols reviewed and set aside. The public broadcaster says it's in the process of preparing court papers in this regard. Mafoko, SABC News, Johannesburg.